The charming image of a small dog, Toto, trotting down the aisle with wedding rings at Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese's intimate ceremony was a moment that captivated the public. This heartwarming scene, however, is far from an isolated incident. It represents a profound and growing trend where pets are transitioning from beloved home companions to honored participants in one of life's most significant milestones, the wedding day. For many modern couples, their family unit began not with children, but with a furry, feathered, or scaled friend, making their inclusion in the I do's a non-negotiable element of authenticity. This shift reflects a broader societal evolution in the role of pets. No longer merely animals with a function, they are considered full-fledged family members, emotional anchors, and partners in daily life. Their presence symbolizes the complete home the couple has built together, a home they vow to continue. Excluding them would feel akin to omitting a cherished sibling or close friend. Their absence would be a palpable void on a day meant to celebrate collective love and the joining of lives in their entirety. The roles these pets assume are as varied as the animals themselves. Ring bearing is perhaps the most famous duty, with dogs like Toto carrying the bands in a small pouch attached to their collar or a miniature pillow. Yet, others serve as four-legged, best dogs, or maid of honor, adorned with floral collars or dapper bow ties, sitting loyally beside their person at the altar. Some even make a grand entrance as the flower dog, scattering petals before the bridal party, their wagging tail adding an irreplaceable dose of joyful spontaneity. Logistically, this trend has spawned an entire niche within the wedding industry. Professional pet handlers and, doggone good, coordinators are now hired to ensure the animal's comfort, manage bathroom breaks, and whisk them away to a quiet room after their ceremonial moment. Pet attire has become a boutique market, with designers creating custom tuxedos, lace gowns, and secure, comfortable harnesses. Bakers craft pet-friendly wedding cakes, and photographers are adept at capturing the perfect, if sometimes unpredictable, shot with the furry family member. The motivation extends beyond mere cuteness. For couples who found each other through shared dog walks, whose first home was chosen for its yard for their pet, or who weathered hard times with a cat purring on their lap, the animal is a living testament to their journey. Incorporating them is a tribute to their shared history. The pet's presence grounds the ceremony in the real, messy, beautiful life they've already begun constructing, making the formalities feel uniquely personal and deeply true. Of course, incorporating animals requires thoughtful consideration of their temperament. Not every pet is a candidate for aisle-walking fame. Couples wisely assess their companion's comfort with crowds, loud music, and unfamiliar settings. The well-being of the animal is paramount, leading many to choose brief, controlled appearances or to include them symbolically through photos, cake toppers, or signature cocktails named in their honor, ensuring no creature is stressed for the sake of a photo op. This phenomenon also speaks to changing definitions of marriage and family. As couples marry later or choose not to have children, pets often fill a central emotional role. The wedding, therefore, becomes a celebration of this chosen family. Vows are sometimes directed to the pet as well, with promises to continue providing walks, treats, and cuddles, formally acknowledging their irreplaceable place in the new marital bond. The visual language of weddings has adapted beautifully. Social media is flooded with images of dogs in flower garlands, cats peeking from baskets, and even horses serving as majestic transportation for the groom. These photos resonate because they showcase personality and love in its purest, most unguarded form. A pet's genuine reaction, a head tilt, a happy pant, a contented curl at the couple's feet, often becomes the most cherished and authentically, the image of the entire day. Beyond dogs and cats, couples are including a menagerie of meaningful companions. Parrots have perched on broom handles as brides walk outdoors, rabbits have rested in baskets, and even reptiles have made calm, cool appearances on the shoulders of a beaming partner. Each inclusion underscores that the bond celebrated is unique, defying traditional expectations and honoring the specific passions that brought the couple together in the first place. Critics might dismiss this as a frivolous fad, but its emotional roots are profound. In an age where weddings can feel pressured by tradition and spectacle, the presence of a pet is a grounding force of unconditional love. They don't care about the dress code or the floral arrangements, their simple, loyal presence cuts through the performative aspects and reminds everyone of the core, joyful commitment at hand, the promise of a shared life and a loving home. For guests, a pet's participation often breaks the ice and elevates the mood. The inevitable, adorable stumble or moment of canine curiosity during the vows brings soft laughter and reminds attendees of the lightness and joy inherent in love. It transforms a formal ritual into a shared, heartwarming experience, making the ceremony more memorable and engaging for everyone present. The trend also aligns with a move towards highly personalized, experiential weddings. Couples are increasingly eschewing rigid templates to create days that reflect their identities. For animal lovers, that identity is inextricably linked to their pets. From paw print, guest book alternatives to donations made to animal shelters in lieu of favors, the entire event can be infused with their passion for creatures, making the celebration a true mirror of their values and shared life. Ultimately, Toto's moment in the spotlight at the Albanese wedding was a very public display of a very personal revolution. It signaled that in today's world, love is not a narrowly defined concept but an expansive circle that naturally includes all beings who offer companionship and loyalty. The wedding aisle, therefore, becomes a runway for the whole family, on 2 legs or 4, to embark on the next chapter together. As this practice continues to grow, it redefines the archival memory of a wedding day. The formal portraits will still hang on the wall, but the image that brings the most enduring smile years later will likely be the one with a goofy, beloved pet right in the middle of the frame. They are not just accessories to the day, they are active witnesses to the vows, furry custodians of the promise, and lifelong companions in the marriage itself. In conclusion, the sight of a pet in a wedding ceremony is no longer a novelty but a meaningful norm for a generation that views pet ownership as a core relationship. It is a testament to the multifaceted nature of modern love, a love that is patient, kind, and abundantly inclusive of the creatures who teach us about loyalty and joy every day. When couples say, "I do," they are increasingly doing so with a paw resting gently beside their own feet, a perfect symbol of the complete, imperfect, and wonderfully furry life they are vowing to share.